Hello, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for more Triple S class Revivla Hunter, picking up with where we left off last time. There was 140 and 141, more than likely, possibly more depending on how I feel, but I really haven't that much time. I've got to go to work in a couple of hours, and I've got some more stuff to record as well, and I also want to relax. Yeah, I've got a 9-hour day ahead of me as of recording this, so I won't be getting home till about 1:30, maybe 2 in the morning, so yeah, I kind of want to chill for a bit. But we'll still record. I'll still give you all the content you rightly deserve.
I, too, must receive the vengeance of the worlds. However, even if I were to take my own life, it wouldn't be enough of an apology. Eternal pain. Those worlds would only be satisfied if I suffered forever. But just receiving punishment isn't meaningful. How can pain apologize to those who are already dead?
Librarian.
Welcome! Unlike the previous apocalypse, I could not personally bestow mercy this time. I just rushed through reading the newly added side story in the story of the Ascending City.
Enough of that. Come here.
The King of Death grows stronger with me by the day. I'm here. What would you have me do?
Please hand over the Epic of Lafanta Agam.
I came quietly, but do you realize something? The books I own are all sacred relics of mine. In all of eternal life, only I can reproduce them. It's troublesome to treat such precious books as if they're common fruit to be picked and chosen. Of course, I shall give it to you nonetheless.
Salchan Song. This book contains your story. From when you first fell into this world, met the goddess of protection, succeeded Lafanta Agam, and became Salchan Song. Your entire life is recorded in it. You've lost your memories, but not forever. Reclaim them, just like you glimpsed Kim Yule's past just now. From the beginning. From the beginning.
I feel so much like my throat.
My entire life. You're saying I must revisit centuries of life from the start.
Yes. What you did. What you thought. Which worlds you trampled. What lives existed in them. Kim Yule risked his life to beg that we not forget. You must stake your life as well. Hold on. Ech.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I mean, I haven't just eaten, but I don't, yeah, it feels like I've got, like, phlegm in my throat, which isn't pleasant. It's not pleasant to hear about either, really, is it? But it's not pleasant to have.
I understand. Indeed, merely repeating one's life is enough to turn the world into hell.
To be fair, I probably got a cold. I mean, yeah, but it wouldn't be surprising. Our heating at work is broken, which at this time of year is awful. Well, it's not the heating that's broken. The heating works fine. It's the thermostat that detects the air temperature that is broken. For just a little bit of info. It currently thinks, when I was at work last, that the air temperature was 13 degrees. Bear in mind, it is the 9th of January as I'm recording this. If it was 13 degrees, I'd be a little concerned. But the air temperature outside wasn't 13 degrees. It was -2 and snowing. And the thermostat thought it was 13 degrees outside. Which is why the heating wasn't clicking on. And there's no manual override for the place I work's main heating. It just comes on automatically. There's nothing we can actually do unless we call in a technician, which is a ball ache. And expensive. But, yeah, that's really fun. Working in, like, obviously there's some stuff in there that keeps it relatively warm. Right, so it's about 6 degrees in the place I work. But, doing a 40-hour week in 6 degrees is not pleasant. I mean, I know people working worse, or people that are working outside in this temperature. But that, other people's problems don't mitigate yours. Your problems don't mitigate other people's, right? It's unpleasant, and I'm 90% certain that if I've caught a cold, it's because of the conditions at work. Because my nose does run a lot when I'm at work because it's so fucking cold, man. But nonetheless, it is what it is. You just gotta live with it. Carrying on.
Perhaps each person bears their own private hell.
Class president.
No, class president. Yes, Kim Yule. Kim Yule wanted to forgive you. And I feel the same as Kim Yule. I want you to be forgiven. Thank you. I'm sorry. The words left unsaid flow out as groans. If only I had just a little more. If I'd lived just a little better. If I'd just been a little smarter. That's the director's scream. From now on, your sword will cry out countless screams in their place. The world is a mixture of beasts and humans. Among them are those who scream alone, like isolated islands. And sometimes their cries reach my ears, their images my eyes. I want to prove these screams. Even the first to weave the strands of the demon heaven martial art must have witnessed ninefold lives and ninefold deaths, seeking to be their witness. I want to capture the director's form in my demon heaven. Let me not forget. Now I must inscribe my own demon heaven. The first form, the children's dance. The second form, the wailing of the starving ghost. The third form, Master's sword. The fourth form, Laviel's sacrifice. The fifth form, the director's silence. Can I really do this? To carry many lives in my blade? Let's prove it. That someone lived here. That someone died here. Let's hold the beast's noises and the human screams within it. And if he laughed, even the tremor of that laughter. But not yet. Let's not rush. For now, let's do what I can. Librarian! No. Mustra!
My true name! How shameful! Please call me by my alias!
Please, let Salchan Song read the Epic of Lafanta Agam, whenever he wishes. There's no need to structure it like a stage clear. Just as you observe worlds from afar, allow Salchan Song to do the same.
Then I would have to share my authority. I'd have to make him my apostle. Some constellation must produce apostles without hesitation, but apostles are, well, they don't suit me. Not really to my taste.
Well, really is a shut-in librarian after all. You choose. You love Salchan Song's story up to now. But to use your own words, Salchan Song has reached a branching point. Route 1. In this route, Salchan Song and I never met. He has no memory of me. He remains on the 50th floor, and every week of memories triggers another constellation hunt. Salchan Song will forever continue the parade of the puppeteer. Route 2. Salchan Song will now remember Kim Yule, and he will slowly retrace the life of Lafanta Agam, beginning with Kim Yule. He will possess the story and walk the same path again, a journey of centuries. On that path I will be there, so will the director. There's no need to swallow the whole life from the start. Slowly, to just as much as you can digest, bite by bite. It's okay to rest along the way, but that will become Salchan Song's life. One day, it'll become Kim Yule's life too. Choose the Salchan Song route you desire.
Salchan Song. the nurture of the King of Death. Would you happen to be interested in working here as a librarian?
Yeah. Garg just managed to smooth talk him. Not surprising, obviously.
It was a joyous time. Did you know, Death Sovereign, that happiness can evaporate this quickly?
Fucking hell.
To be happy is to love this moment. Time is like an endlessly flowing river stream. Beautiful. It's not a bad reading list. Compared to the reading list that the other world's warriors have completed. No, this is incomparably great. It's so great that I hesitate gifting it to you.
What were the hunters of the other worlds like?
Oh, they could be categorized into two. They chose apocalypses that were easy to clear, or ones that would only help the tower.
We're in the latter, aren't we?
You're too humble. If all you cared about was clearing the mission, it wouldn't have worked out with the Heavenly Demon. Do you know what the simplest method of clearing that one was?
What?
To hide away in a cave.
I think what we need to do is just wait until those guys die. We need to watch out for the zombies.
We can do this! That's how the hunters that challenged Chronicles of the Heavenly Demons did it long ago. They came to this tower from a different world from yours. They chose to hide until the Heavenly Demon and the Murim Alliance leader died. 10 days after the starting point, the Murim Alliance leader dies, and the Heavenly Demon loses her mind. She disperses her innate ki everywhere, and then also dies. Ta-da! Clear! Well, they chose wrong, and ended up getting killed by zombies, but their idea wasn't bad. Chronicles of the Heavenly Demon gets cleared on its own if you just wait it out. Also, all anyone needs is food, prep time for the cold, and the ability to avoid the zombies. I think it's perfect for a B rank difficulty. But that's not how you cleared it. You always treated the characters as humans and did your best. You got angry and sad for them. You approached the stories of the apocalypses as if they were your own.
This is a scam! The tutorial said you like white flowers! I always gifted you flowers and made you food you like, so why don't you like me?
How foolish. All apostles like you.
Fall for me! You're not even a proper constellation! Fall for me!
Do the constellations consider my world a garbage can of this universe? Is that why everyone here is like this? It's hard enough trying to care for the people, but this is making my life harder. This also happened in the past. It's difficult for humans to treat their fellow humans with humanness. I praise you for having done such a difficult task. Though we won't meet again, just don't forget that I will always be cheering you on.
We won't meet again?
I greet the warriors of the other worlds now. I can't take care of you guys forever. The worlds are infinite. There are infinite towers, too. The Master of Life and I... sorry, I can't say more than that. Well done. The great librarian of all creation of your 21st floor will disappear now. It'll become a small shelter instead. I took care to make this place like paradise for you.
Thank you.
I never dreamed that I would be shaking hands with my favorite character, and I'd be making that favorite character live the lore of my favorite character. Goodness. Death Sovereign, are you sad to see me go? I appreciate it, but you have cleared up to the 30th floor. The 30th floor would also become a shelter. I specially chose a vacation apocalypse.
Huh? Who said that?
What is it?
There's something I want to ask you before you go. You don't have a reason to live anymore, do you? The librarian said, that intervening in novels and actually appearing in one are two different things. He confessed that. He wanted to become a character of the story, alongside the characters he loved. You don't have a reason to live anymore. You told me before that your dream is to become a character in a story. That the Constellation Killer would be the one to make that dream come true. Do you still want him to kill you? Do you think he'll kill you despite what he has just been through?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The Constellation Killer that met the director is created by 100 Souls Reincarnation. The Constellation Killer on the 50th floor. Oh wait, no, this is the
The Constellation Killer that met the director was created by 100 Souls Reincarnation. The Constellation Killer on the 50th floor still exists. That Constellation Killer will come and kill me one day.
You're right. But that Constellation Killer isn't the route you chose. But that Constellation... what? I asked you earlier. You chose the second route. You have acknowledged this Constellation Killer is your version of Orthodox history. Let's say that the Constellation Killer of the 50th floor were to come find you one day. Will you truly be happy when that day comes? Can you really accept the Constellation Killer that has not met the director? That has not experienced rage, sadness, revenge, and forgiveness? Can you accept him as the true Constellation Killer? Will you be okay with an ending where you're killed by that version of the Constellation Killer? I do not believe so. You love stories more than anyone. There's no way you'd want to die to someone you have not acknowledged. Someone who is an extra. There's no use in denying what I'm saying right now. I can see everything, after all. I can see your changes. The Constellation Killer is now Kimule to the librarian. My name is now on top of Kimule as well.
Sovereign, you... What do you...
With the ending of the Constellation Killer's story, he has come to love my story more.
When did you start planning something like this?
When I heard about your dreams that day. Of course, the details of the plan were formed later on. The project to make the librarian like me more than the Constellation Killer. I've tried really hard to track down the Constellation Killer for this purpose. Just to hunt down one constellation. Hamustra. You have two paths ahead of you.
Two?
Live here forever without having achieved your dream and say goodbye to me. Abandon your dreams of the Constellation Killer killing you. And stay cooped up in the library, receiving warriors like you have until now. Or, give it to me.
What?
The book of your life. I will make that the 30th floor of this tower. In that way, you'll become a member of the tower. Do you understand? You'll become a character in our story. Climb the tower with us, Hamustra. Bro. Are we serious? That's so good. I imagine this arc is about to come to a close with this. If not, there'll be a bit more where they clear the 30th floor, as it were. But wow. I'm at a loss for words, man. This chapter was genuinely, I think, one of the best in the whole series. This chapter was so goddamn good, man. Well, with that there, I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Leave a like, comment, sub, notification bell, usual YouTube stuff, you know how it be. Members get early access to videos, and Patreons also do, with the unfiltered stuff that I can't put on YouTube. And with that out of the way, I've been Animosity, you've been you, and hope you have time for another video. Ta-ta.
for now.